This is an ordeal.
Yo, welcome to the show. Gather round, listen close. We got George, Mark, and J.A. bringing you the most NFL podcast. It's about to go down. Three amigos ready to run this town. George, man, he's the
Oh, welcome.
Yeah, the boys.
We know we're late. Life happens.
Better late than never, bro.
Life happens.
No, life shouldn't fucking happen. My fucking power company are pieces of shit.
You live in the
Almost
sticks.
3 days without power.
You live in
people-
the sticks. That's why.
For people that don't know, we basically out of nowhere on was it Tuesday?
I think the storm
Tuesday
was
afternoon.
Tuesday
Tuesday was-
afternoon.
Tuesday afternoon, we had a giant storm here in Victoria that basically ripped the asshole out of this whole state.
Yeah.
And, trees were falling over. It was absolute pandemonium. People losing power.
So I didn't get power. I lost power at 2 o'clock Tuesday and didn't get it back till 10:30 Wednesday night.
Yeah,
So
that's crazy.
That's
Shout
football.
out to
so we couldn't record last week, and then obviously when we plan on doing a night and we're all busy men, then we lose that night. It's like, oh fuck, how are we going to do
Yeah,
this?
we've got to
fuck are we
reschedule.
doing this
Like, all
again?
right,
Here we are.
who's letting down their family?
Here we are, Sunday night at 9:45, ready to record.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
You're just happy I found that
Shout
one
out.
point. Yeah, correct. So welcome. Yeah, it is going to be our final show of the year. Final show of the
this season.
actual season.
Season, yep.
We'll be
So-
back. We'll be back when the draft's sort of happening and a few other things. But in the meantime, let's
We might catch up for a couple of Zooms and stuff like that, just to get like a
Yeah, I reckon
any
we'll
big
work it out.
news
We'll do a
happen.
bit of a brainstorm.
I ain't hating. I'm just happy to be here.
What, you fucking mate, I'm not sure if I'm going to renew your contract. next year. Your contract of $0 fucking dollars, George.
You're on a
What are you
1 year
paying
prove it
for?
deal. and have you
$0 with zero benefits, George.
Hey,
We might have to put on a 1 year.
we all know.
Win
We
the
all
Rico
know.
deal.
We all know I'm the villain that this show needs. Okay,
It's
we
true.
all know.
I
that.
tried to go to my villain arc
How
and
many-
it didn't work.
How many people out there? I want responses in the comments and on Twitter. How many people listen to this show purely just to yell at their radio at me? That's what I want to know.
Oh, I know one person does. I
Who?
caught up with Skinny at the team of the decade
Oh,
last week.
fantastic.
And he went, that fucking George Kadaris, he boils my blood. I'm telling you, 1 minute he likes you, 1 minute he hates him. The Steelers are good, then they're bad. And he's like, but you know what? I fucking love it. I can't wait to hear him every week. It's like
See?
a wild card. I don't know
See
what he's
I
going
mean?
to do in there.
See, I'm the
100%.
villain this show needs. Shout
I
out,
agree.
Rocky. Go ahead.
Let's just have a quick recap because we haven't actually done a show since the NFL honors.
Yep.
So let's quickly go over the
Oh,
great
recap
idea.
of the awards.
Jeez, I like him. I'm
Oh.
on Brock. I'm
I
on him.
just got to get to the quick tab.
I'm on him.
That's the wrong.
Coming in
tab.
from fucking zero sleep at the Taylor Swift concert.
Shout
No,
out.
I had a great sleep last night.
1,300 dues in his back pocket gone, plus all the drinks he had to buy, and obviously you would have bought a New Eras t-shirt.
I got some merch. Yeah.
Did you get me a merch?
No.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
I got
whoa,
it
whoa,
next-
whoa, 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 stop.
Here we go.
A
Here we go.
grown man
He bought it. Yep.
went. First of all, you went to a Taylor Swift concert. How fucking embarrassing.
Well,
number
hold
one.
on, George. Let's just start by the term grown. That's a loose term.
Well, he's nearly 30, bro. So he's a grown man.
Grown highlights that you've grown to a acceptable and normal height.
Oh, that. Okay, all right. I still want
Yes,
to back to back
An
with Billy.
aged man. You're correct.
An aged man is correct. Yes.
Not
Here we
only
go,
did you
George.
go
Hit me with
there-
it. Hit me with it. What
Not
do you
only
got,
did you go to the concert, which is completely embarrassing for starters,
I would have gone.
and secondly, you would have gone.
Hang on. Shout out my boy Bretta as well. He was there as well.
Karma is a guy that plays in the Chiefs, man.
But you
She
actually
said that last night.
you
She
actually
fucking said it.
spent your money, your hard-earned money that you work for, you sweat for,
Yep.
to give her more money and to buy Taylor Swift merchandise.
Technically, he doesn't sweat as much for his money as he ejaculates for it. You know, OnlyFans is a legitimate career, mate. Sex workers are people too.
Well, hang on.
No, it's not.
You saying I'm not sweating in those videos, J.A.? I guarantee I'm sweating.
He's sweating up a
Get it.
store.
Get a better camera.
Get a better
Not that I've ever watched. You're gay.
I want to see his Snapchat reels.
No, yes,
Anyway,
George.
good for you, bro. I'm happy you enjoyed yourself. And,
I bought myself a Taylor shirt. Yes, I bought
If
myself a Sabrina Carpenter shirt as well.
if I never hear this woman's
Smoke.
fucking name
Fuck
again,
Sabrina Carpenter.
Smoke show. I'll send you a photo of her after the show.
Please don't. I don't like that sort of stuff.
Smoke show. Yeah.
who are you? What have you done with James?
I'm having a character arc. It's not a
Anyway,
good
good
one
for you.
either.
And if I never hear her voice or her name again, it'll be too fucking soon.
I love that you recorded the one bit of the song that I
got you.
sung all fucking
What song?
weekend. You need to calm
Down.
down. You're being too loud. All day, all night, Saturday night. I was just singing that to everyone. Just
Sure.
that one bit.
You're so
I know. I actually filmed that and I had no signal. Oh,
Well, you sent.
Where I was
Should I tell this 49ers cunt that the
Yeah.
Cowboys have won a Super Bowl before that? More recently than them. We're like,
What?
What fucking
Yes.
49? And then your video came through the next morning of some 49ers guy wearing a Joey Bosa
Yeah, it came
jersey.
out like 6 hours later.
I was like, what the fuck is this?
Real flog-like behavior, trying to be front row at a Taylor Swift concert, mate.
I got this
You lost
real
the Super
thing.
Bowl.
Like, I barely accept you wearing a fucking jersey to a football game, but I
Yeah.
accept it because at least you're there. If it's one of the jerseys of the two teams that are
That
playing,
are playing, yeah.
fuckheads that wear other jerseys to games of it. If you're wearing a jersey around it in the daytime, just up to the streets and like to
I
a
th-
concert, where like, I'm like, come
Yeah,
on,
to
man.
a concert. That's
Wear a nice shirt. you
A
know?
lot of Travis Kelce jerseys.
very
around.
flog-like.
That's a bit more understandable in this
Even
situation
still,
because
I still think that's very flog behavior.
obviously, Taylor and Travis are involving in some sort of pegging.
A bit of a
Her to him, him to her. I don't know how it goes.
Someone's getting paid.
All I know is that the turtles are fucking dying. You know?
So
Let's get back on track. here.
MVP honors. What do we got?
So honors, of course, my boy Lamar Jackson, 2-time MVP.
And it's great that finally, for the first time since Jim Brown, we've had a running back win 2 MVPs.
Good job, mate. Way to steal Scotty's joke there, champ.
No, Scotty gave me permission. I've got it in writing. I'm not showing you.
Show
You
me
don't have- I deleted it.
That's probably been
I'm
probably
I'm
been
getting you
deleted.
kicked out of the playoff.
That's deleted like every other message in that conversation.
And he hit you with a champ as well, by the way. You hit that.
He hit someone with a champ on the weekend too. It was
Nah, that was
was it
the
last week?
That was
It
against
was-
Crew.
I'll tell you right now. Quick
Fucking
quick
outstanding.
side note. If you want the shortcut to fight me, hit me with a champ.
All right, buddy.
We're fighting.
Come on, Chief.
Calm down, Turbo. Call the Jets.
Not you two. You guys are all right.
Like it's a rando.
Yeah. Rando hits me with a champ. We're fighting.
I did hit my favorite 52 with the champ, so I did enjoy it.
Oh, champ. You're speaking of bootleg jerseys.
So-
Who else won awards? No,
Christian.
Lamar, very fair. That wasn't a surprise. But
No, not at all.
spot on.
He should have been unanimous. Josh
we-
Allen.
Josh Allen get a vote.
You got
Josh
one.
Allen got a what?
I think
First
I
place
won.
vote.
One vote.
Dak got the second place from that same guy, and Lamar got the third place.
Yeah. So just being the guy was clearly being a hater. Like he's just being a dickhead.
He must
Oh,
like
clearly.
he
I was
went from white to
surprised
black.
though. I was surprised he won unanimous. Oh, it's a pretty good year.
2019 was a pretty fucking good year.
That was yeah.
That was his fair.
Look, fair enough. Josh Allen was also pretty good this year.
Yeah, he had a good year.
Christian McCaffrey was the OP of the year.
Oh, boy, yep.
No
No,
doubt
no,
about
no
it.
surprise there.
The only ones that could have challenged him were Tyreek Hill and Lamb, and McCaffrey was so fucking good. That dude scored like 25 touchdowns.
Yeah,
Like,
He was a chance for the fucking MVP.
Well, yeah.
he should have been the MVP.
he
he
should have
could've-
got votes over Allen and Prescott.
Yes, absolutely.
for MVP. But I don't think anyone votes for non-quarterbacks.
No, not anymore.
No, I don't-
Miles Garrett was the defensive player of the
which
year.
I loved. I love that.
Shock.
No, I loved it.
Stinker.
I loved it.
You don't like it? I was
called it
shocked by it.
mid-season. I called it mid-season, and you guys fucking shot me down. I'm like, he's good.
First of all, the fucking what's the word when you do someone dirty? The dirty they did Max Crosby to not get a fucking vote. Like Max Crosby's season was
Yeah,
outstanding.
he had a good season.
and they were a good defense too. I think TJ Watt was much better than Garrett this year. I think Aaron Donald was better than
Then Garrett.
than Garrett this year. I think Micah Parsons was better than Garrett this year, except for the playoff game, which doesn't count.
Not for the vote.
Garrett
yeah.
also shit the bed in the playoff game too, so he was.
But
pretty
it doesn't
terrible
matter. It
in that
doesn't
game.
count for the voting, bro.
No, I know. Fair enough. Like I think they gave it to him because it's like, well, he hasn't won one yet. I think TJ Watt should have got it.
They're
Okay.
just trying to sham around, are they?
Yeah, that's what. Well, they're narrative awards. The awards are done by votes. It's always going to be.
Mm.
Well, Garrett's been pretty good this year. He's probably as good as TJ Watt, maybe a little bit worse. So let's just give it to him
Sure.
because he hasn't won one.
Yeah.
But the dude
yeah.
had 14 sacks. TJ Watt had 19.
Yeah.
I know it's not all stats, but TJ Watt played less games, and he beat him in almost every single statistical category. And you can't tell me when you watch the Steelers play that TJ Watt wasn't the best player on the field.
He's easily the best player on their defense.
So that's my argument. The
Is it,
stats and the,
he's the Steelers' best player by a mile.
the
actually. What
stats
am I
and the
talking about?
film match TJ Watt, whereas Garrett, some of his film did. He went missing a lot. Like I saw Laramie Tunsil kick the
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
shit
yeah,
out of
yeah,
him in the
yeah,
game.
Yep.
Didn't see anyone kick shit out of TJ Watt in a game except when he wasn't playing.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
that's what I thought. But again, Garrett's a fantastic player, and it's not in a few years' time when someone says Garrett's won a defensive player of the year, I'd be like, yeah, that
Yeah,
makes
yeah,
sense.
yeah.
That adds up.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
He's been good for a long time, I think.
Consistency can pay off at times too.
CJ Stroud was the offensive rookie of the year, and Will Anderson Jr.
Yep.
was the defensive rookie of the year.
Yep.
I feel
love that.
I feel sorry for Puka Nakua.
Well, it's again that
quarterback.
QB.
quarterback
We
and
said it.
defensive player
If
both
you
won it.
Play,
the same team.
you play 20 games as a quarterback and you have a half decent season, you're going to win Offensive Rookie of the Year. Simple as
90%
that.
of the time.
Like it very much is. It's like the MVP. They're going to give it to the best rookie quarterback, unless every quarterback has a fucking stinker.
Yeah.
Or you'd think if a wide receiver broke every fucking record possible,
Oh,
he
you-
might get it.
It's very much Ben Simmons. And
But also,
Donovan
it's
Mitchell.
very hard to argue against CJ.
How do you
Stroud.
argue against
He was
it?
unbelievable.
He fucking dominated. He dominates every sport at the moment.
And just the importance of the quarterback position, it's always going to trump a receiver.
Yeah.
Always.
Yep.
Just because of the importance of it.
Yeah, agreed.
Kevin Stefanski is the coach of the year.
Yeah, I didn't love this.
I don't mind it. I don't like him.
No.
I don't like
I
him.
like him.
But the fact
he's
that
very handsome.
he held that fucking Browns team together. You got to remember that as well.
He is tall.
They just
He is white.
I don't
He
think
is handsome.
the
Is he an ex-quarterback?
only gun he sling would be the gap.
The only gun he'd sling
Yeah.
would be like, holster your dick to Sean Watson so we can have a quarterback next year. That's the gun he should be
got the
trying to
fucking
sling
rifle-
back into
just
his
the
fucking
rifle out,
pants.
just shooting off goal.
I think Ryan should have won it.
Ryan or Dan Campbell was more worthy than Stefanski.
I'll give it to Harbaugh. I'll give it to Harbaugh before I give it to
Harbaugh,
Stefanski.
Bill Belichick.
See, no, the reason why Stefanski got it was that team had that many fucking injuries. He's dealing with the offense that's falling apart. You got to remember Chubb went out fucking week 2 of the year.
Yeah.
That's true.
So that's their fucking half their offense gone. Watson was the other half, and he just couldn't hold his fucking dick in his pants. And you had Joe Flacco come off the fucking
Off the couch.
So riddle me this, right? If Joe Flacco doesn't come in and play the way he did down the stretch and win them all those games,
He doesn't win. He doesn't get it.
He doesn't get it. So my argument would
If
be,
they don't make playoffs, Stefanski doesn't get it.
and Flacco was comeback player of the year,
Yes,
which
he
I
was,
think
yeah.
was very fair because
Sure.
that was unbelievable. But I would argue that the only reason that Stefanski was able to win was because Flacco came out from the fucking top ropes
Exactly,
and saved them.
exactly
Yeah,
right. Like if he doesn't win,
I think the credit should go
Did
to
he play 6
Flacco
games?
with his award, which is good.
Not the
Not-
coach.
not
Yeah,
as much as
100% agree.
Stefanski.
100% agree.
Because before
I've got no
Flacco
issue with
came
Flacco
back,
being comeback player of the year. I love that. I love that. Great.
I thought you were a big DeMar Hamlin guy.
you're a massive DeMar Hamlin guy, I
Get
believe.
out of here, bro.
You're always like, damn, he played so well this year. Remember that
He-
fake punt?
He played
Remember when he was 12th man on the field and cost them the game or whatever?
he played 5 games. They went 4 from 1, 1,600 yards. So yeah, Flacco did come and save that year.
100%
If he doesn't win those last fucking 4 games of the year, they don't make playoffs.
I
and,
100% agree.
and that's my argument.
And then it would
That's
have
why-
been a
that's
And
day.
why-
a dominant defense down the stretch.
That's why
too.
D'Amico Ryan should have won it.
Yeah, I think D'Amico Ryans would have been a good one. Yeah. Like his team, it goes in all the narratives. Like Brian Dable won it last year and his team won 9 fucking games.
Exactly.
What the Texans win 11 games
Yeah.
and a playoff
won a
game, which I know doesn't count to it, but fuck me.
Yeah, but it's
like-
still part of the narrative, though, man.
No, they vote before that, though.
Right. Okay, but like as an overarching thing.
Oh,
like,
yeah, he should have
come
won.
on, bro.
Yeah, I would have had no issue with him, Dan Campbell. Harbaugh would have
Like I
had
said,
no issue.
I'll give it to
I would have
Harbaugh
had
for
no
the
issue with
participation.
Shanahan if he won it being the best team in the NFC. Like, yeah, there would have been plenty of other teams I would have fucking Matt LaFleur deserves it more than Stefanski. for what he
100%
did
agree.
with Jordan
Look what
Love.
he did with Jordan Love. Yeah.
Again, they won 5 games down the stretch.
Yep.
He is the OC coaching the young
Yep.
quarterback.
First 7 seed to win a fucking playoff game. Like,
100%. Like, there was plenty more people. But not that
Yeah.
Stefanski did a bad job.
I
but
didn't.
Flacco was the hero.
I didn't love that. It was probably the only one that I thought, nah, I don't like this.
Nah, it's fair enough. And he is tall, white, handsome, and I think Stefanski was an ex-quarterback.
Okay.
I don't know how much he slinged that gun, but he definitely was a gunslinger at some point.
Maybe he slings that cock. Who knows?
I think we can talk about
He's not
slinging
just Sean.
guns anymore.
No, we shouldn't after what happened.
Not
in
after
Kansas
what happened in
City.
Kansas City.
Damn.
And talking about Kansas City, Super Bowl, Kansas City Chiefs take it off in a walk-off in OT.
Walk off
That's
OT
a great
touchdown.
segue, by the way.
Fucking
Super duper
sick.
segue. Smooth as fuck, bro.
It was
I had to
You-
slow the show down just to like acknowledge
You
my
are
own-
you are
my
operating
own
on a
ability.
level.
sickest
right now.
segue, bro.
Sick segue, bro.
You've just been around like really successful people like Taylor Swift lately, and you're growing.
It's just like
Oozing.
emanating.
You've grown into a more successful. young
He's
man.
operating on a level that we just need to study him.
I'm on a
Some
high
would say
IQ
he's
right now.
growing up right before our eyes.
Boy becomes a man.
Yeah, I love that.
I'm not
See,
getting any taller.
Okay, so
You never know.
go back. No, you're not.
So
Go back to this actual Super Bowl. We said it before the game. You just can't count that little motherfucker out. And
I said
as
it
much as it
fucking before the
kills me-
playoffs.
No, you did. You did. You did.
Like,
You,
he
you
can
were
have
wrong.
no fucking receivers.
Yeah.
He's still the
You
best
can't
quarterback in
count
the
motherfucker.
fucking
You
league.
just can't count that little bastard out, and it kills me.
Well, I did some winners and losers from.
Yeah,
the
I've got
Super
a couple
Bowl.
winners and losers too.
All right, because we can this. So one of my first losers is the 49ers star players.
Yeah.
Kittle had 1 catch for 2 yards,
For the whole game.
targeted
Wow.
6 times. Debo got hurt, bit unfair, but was really irrelevant. Ayuk, irrelevant.
Yeah.
McCaffrey, not so much. He was a stud.
Nah, McCaffrey
But
was good.
those
He had that-
guys,
he had that fumble early, but he
He was
recovered from that. He was good.
pretty good. And Purdy, I thought
He was
played
probably
pretty
going to
well
win.
as
If they won, he was going to win MVP.
well. Easily.
Yeah.
I
Easily.
could have beaten Johnson.
Oh, Jawan Johnson, he
Jawan
threw a pass.
Johnson.
Yeah,
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 we,
yeah.
He threw a
we had
pass
this
and
discussion. He threw a passing touchdown and caught one.
receiving touchdown.
But the one he threw was to McCaffrey,
Yeah.
who made the play. So
Yeah.
it was thrown back behind the line of scrimmage. But anyway, I just think the 49ers stars compared to the Chiefs stars, where Kelsey didn't have a great first half.
Yeah.
9 targets, 9 catches.
Well, I'll put him
in
down
the
as one of
second
my.
half.
I'll put him down as one of my winners.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
So the 49ers stars, they've talked a lot of shit this year. We saw fucking Fletcher Cox going in on Deebo
Oh, how
Samuel on
good was that, by the
Instagram.
way?
He wasn't
This
the
is
only
why,
one.
and remember I said in the chat, this is why in the NFL, shut your fucking mouth and play the game. Stop running your
Wouldn't
mouth
agree
on
more.
Twitter, because people keep receipts and they will be ready and waiting to shove it down your throat when you lose. Shut your fucking mouth. Be humble. I know you're rich. I know you're handsome. I know you're famous. Shut the fuck up and play football.
100%.
Pacheco got real fucking. He had a good game. He also had a bad game as well. He had fucking 2 fumbles.
Yeah.
He wasn't very good. Checo was terrible.
Like he
He's
had a,
also the first starting running back ever to win a Super Bowl in his first 2 seasons.
oh bullshit. It's a real Mario Chalmers sort of vibe I'm getting from him, where
Yeah.
he's just there doing the group project, getting the ring.
Yeah.
He won't get paid in
Mario Chalmers vibes. That is fucking
That's a
very
brilliant
good.
rep.
no
reference.
no Cole
Didn't
or
I tell you? He's operating up here,
The
bro.
fact that it's that obsolete, but I still know it.
Oh, I
is
know it, dude.
You know,
fucking
you know what's
gold.
even
Miles
more
weird.
niche? Noel Cole.
I
Yeah,
know
yeah,
that.
yeah.
He was the backup point guard for
Yeah,
Miami. He got
was.
2 rings.
Yeah, I got 2
Hey,
rings. yeah.
ring up.
Ring up, Kirk.
Can I give you a loser?
Yeah, you can.
Kyle Shanahan,
Yeah, that was on my list.
massive
Too.
loser.
Do you
This
want to know the number one reason for me he was the biggest loser?
Because it's his 3rd choke job in the fucking Super Bowl.
See, Andy Reid choked for a long time, right? And then he turned it around.
Did he though?
Yeah, he did.
with the Eagles.
Yeah.
No, he didn't. He made 4. Well, I've got him down as a winner. I've got.
No, he definitely is now. But like Kyle Shanahan can turn around the Super Bowl thing because you're getting there. Like the narrative that
he only lost one. He only lost one in Philly. He only lost 1 Super Bowl.
yeah, but they went to the playoffs every year.
Yeah.
like they were a very good team.
Yeah,
they
they were a very
choked. They
good team.
choked a lot. Like the T.O. Donovan McNabb years, especially.
Yeah.
Like T.O. broke his leg 6 weeks earlier and played in the Super Bowl, which was unbelievable.
And he had 180. yards or
But
something.
I think he's the biggest loser for him is because he didn't know the fucking overtime.
yeah,
rules.
that's terrible.
Mm.
That's not even like a skill error. That's not even getting flustered on the day. That is not doing your job properly.
How was that not implemented? Like, because then you hear reports of like Andy Reid was talking about the new rules and like implementing
Every
it.
game,
He was doing it in training camp.
they were running scenarios for it. They had ideas that if the game went to overtime, they would take the ball second,
Yeah.
see what the other offense did, and then back that they can do it. And he didn't know. And to the point where when
they had a meeting
said,
about it before every playoff game, they
Yep.
had a meeting about it.
and before they also got an NFL ref to come in and explain the rules in detail to the entire team. Whereas Shanahan just over there being like, I'll scheme up this, I'll scheme up that.
Yeah.
Like, you're a head coach, man. You need to know that shit.
Yeah, that's
That
head
is a
coach shit.
complete
Yep.
failure of your job. And that is why you're the biggest loser in this situation.
That's
why you're the loser.
I think he's the biggest loser out of this game.
I
agree.
think so too. What sucks for me, which is my other biggest loser, who shouldn't be the biggest loser, is Steve Wilkes getting fired.
Yeah.
The fact that
sure.
he held Patrick Mahomes to 19 points in fucking regulation.
Yep.
And the Niners can't, and then he's the one that loses his fucking job from it.
Very stiff.
Now, we did talk about this before, and we were like, you never know what happens behind the scenes.
Mm.
Maybe Wilkes went in there and was like, fuck you, Shanahan, you're a piece of
You shit
shit.
the bed again. You fucking choker. This, that, the other.
Correct.
Which
You never
is
know.
true, by the way.
But yeah, it's
Well, it is. He fucking choked.
yeah.
He's had three Super Bowls. He's had 3 fucking 10-point leads, bro, and he's blown them all.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
He
absolutely.
also had a 28 to 3-point lead as well.
Yeah, 10
25.
plus. 10
Yeah,
plus
10
points.
Yeah, like I said, I think Shanahan can turn that shit around. Like that can come into the bottom
Dude,
line
when
is
is he
he's
going to get a
getting
more stacked roster than this one?
next year. They'll bring back most of the same guys.
Well, they'd fucking want
As I
it.
said, there are plenty of coaches who have struggled for a long time, and then it's ticked over the line for him.
Sure.
That does happen.
Sure.
Oh, trust me, right now he's the biggest. He's losing from this scenario because of it, because they lost another one. But I also don't think that's the biggest doom and gloom. I think the complete lack of understanding the rules of the game.
That's massive, bro.
That is an absolute failure of your job.
That's massive.
And then firing Steve Wilkes as a scapegoat.
The
that
the
shit's
use check walking out of the field going, they still get the ball even if we score a
Yeah,
touchdown.
yeah, yeah.
is a clip that just goes, "What the fuck
What the
are they
fuck?
doing?" But even like
The
Mahomes,
Chiefs all started laughing when they took the ball
bro,
first.
you can see the fucking there's a like a B-roll coin flip of fucking Mahomes, like slow mo in his eyes. The like clip coin comes down. Hey, say we want the ball. His eyes fucking
he's like,
open up, and
"What?"
he's
yeah,
like,
yeah,
"Fuck, we'll go that way."
yeah.
Like, what the
Yeah, I
fuck
saw
are they
that.
doing? Because that's the thing. Even if they scored a touchdown and get an extra point, the second team can score a touchdown and go for 2. Game.
We discussed this
Fucking
before
game.
before you got
before
here.
you got here.
A team will never let someone get a third possession in overtime.
No.
Ever.
Why would you?
You'd
You're
never
gonna-
do it.
you're gonna
If
die on
they
your own
score
sword.
and then you score, you go for 2. And I also don't like. I would almost get to the point in a Super Bowl if I scored a touchdown first, I'd almost
Or
go for 2.
Yeah, 100% to make
Yeah.
you make
Oh,
you
yeah,
more.
Like,
you
and be like,
forced them.
we are going to get a third possession no matter
So
what.
let me play devil's advocate here, right? Because you blaming Shanahan for not knowing the rules and that. That's
Yes.
fine. I get that, and I agree with you.
Yep.
But like these players are all professional players getting paid millions, sometimes tens of millions of dollars.
Mm.
What onus is on these players to know the rules of the game that they're playing?
I'm really firm at this level of sport. Players play, coaches coach, GMs GM.
Okay, let's
Like,
say that
they should. Like,
I'm
I'm sure the coach. I'm sure one of the players could have been like, "Hey, man, we should probably take the ball first." But you know what? The biggest problem is if they hadn't. You know when that time
but
for
they just flat out
discussion
didn't
is?
know the rules, James.
Yeah, exactly. But that time for discussion is what Andy Reid did.
Mm.
You
In,
get
in training camp.
you get the people in and you go, "Hey, this is the rules." Blah blah blah, and then the players go, "Well, maybe we should do this," and that's when you have those discussions.
Right.
So then when it comes to the moment, you all
Yeah,
have
correct.
total clarity.
Correct.
Going,
Mm.
we
Because
know what
remember-
we're doing.
Remember the old saying from the military, from the Navy SEALs, I think. You don't rise to the occasion, you sink to your training.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, it's also piss
Shout
poor.
out the Navy SEAls.
6 P's. Piss poor preparation equals piss poor performance.
Performance. So you're saying you are saying now there's no onus on the players to know the rules at all.
Not in the heat of the moment. They literally get
But
told,
even-
"Hey, go out, call a toss. We want the ball."
Yeah, but
The coach makes that decision.
okay, that's fine. But that's fine. But there was audio, there's video of the players visibly not knowing the rules.
Oh yeah, but like some players don't. Some don't.
And you don't think that's ridiculous?
I think I would know, but also like mate, God doesn't give with 2 hands sometimes. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah. Just because
other,
you're good
other
at it
than
doesn't mean
us,
you're
we're
smart. Yeah.
beautiful and smart.
And
But no, mine's tiny. It's like a centipede. Not one of those like fucking African centipedes. I didn't mean to say the actual centipedes that are in Africa. The big fuck. Oh god.
Is it like Drake's sort of fucking
I've
hose?
wa-
It's
I've
just
wa-
so hanging.
I've walked right into this,
Amazing.
and for the first time in my
No,
life, I
I'm
wasn't
sorry.
even trying to.
I think there's got to be some onus on the players.
Oh yeah, your potential.
To maybe not to make the decision, but at least to know the fucking rules.
I think, I know what you're saying, but there's that many fucking different rules in the NFL where they're so not like. Don't look at me like it. No, they're so niche and sort of like you can tweak them in such a way.
Brock,
where
you're
they-
getting
no,
paid-
but no,
You're getting paid $5 or $10 million a year.
Yeah,
to play.
exactly. They're getting paid to play.
run routes and catch balls.
they're not getting paid to fucking know a rule. They're not an official.
But mind you,
But
if they
Stop.
everyone on the Chiefs knew the rules.
Stuff like that. Right? Do you remember the kick where the Australian punter Dickerson he punted it? He got stopped before the line. He came back. He scooped it up one hand and kicked it again.
Mhm.
That
Remember
called. You can't do that. Even the rules expert came over and said, "Nah, because he's kicked it, he can only advance if he picks it up." False. In
On
the
the line
rule
of
book,
scrimmage, it's a live ball. You go.
he can kick it again.
Yep.
That got called a flag. So even the refs and the fucking rules official don't know the rules.
There are a lot of
So-
intricate rules.
So you're expecting players to know every fucking rule for the first time.
You,
No,
you
but it's
guys
also
are
the fir-
right in what you're saying, but
It's
you're
the first
talking
time
about
this has
very
happened.
niche, nitty gritty rules. But we're talking about
Overtime. rules.
overtime.
No, no,
rules.
No, but it's the first time this overtime rule has
example-
happened.
The example is the Chiefs all knew about it, were educated,
Mm.
treated correctly, and done. The 49ers were not. That is a Shanahan problem.
Mm.
The same way on the other side, that was an Andy Reid solution.
Solution.
He went, I'm going to
100%.
make sure all you fuckers understand
He's dotted
the
every I and he's
scenario.
crossed every T.
like a 12-year-old playing Madden.
Yep.
Whereas, and Andy
that's
Reid's
my
been
point.
criticized for this shit before. So he's learnt from
yeah,
it.
yeah.
And he went in a Super
Well, he was
Bowl.
criticized in the Super Bowl for like time management and stuff. as well
Exactly.
with
So
the
he's
Eagles,
obviously
yeah.
learned and gone, I'm going to make sure I'm going to get everyone educated on this so we don't fuck this up.
Mm.
Where Shanahan didn't.
Yep.
That's a failure in his job. And
Yeah,
that
I agree.
really, that's why he lost the Super Bowl.
Who's another loser? You
But
got?
also, there's another rule that a lot of people fucking don't know, and they changed it. You can fucking take the game doesn't continue with offensive holding, so you can take a fucking safety like the Ravens did in the Super Bowl, give up a safety, game's done. There's no fucking extra time.
Right.
There's no runoff period. So like the clock doesn't stop for an offensive hold.
Yeah.
They've
okay.
changed that rule now, but that was John Harbaugh knowing the rule and how
Yeah.
to get away with something
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
wasting
Yeah. How to manipulate
fucking
it. Yeah.
50 seconds of clock at the end of a game to win a fucking Super Bowl. So like the players don't know the rules. They just got told what the fuck to do.
Yeah.
I've
No,
got,
that's
I've
fair.
got one more loser, and I don't know if it's a loser, but just more so unlikely. Fucking how's Dre Greenlaw rupturing his Achilles,
Yeah.
trying to get back on the field?
It's a loser, but not his fault.
Not his fault.
Like he
but
wasn't even being a
poor.
dickhead. He was just because when someone said he got hurt, like going onto the field, I was like, was he carrying on like an idiot?
No,
He was just
running
bobbing
off-
up and down on
yeah.
the sideline,
Yeah.
and then took off. Like, and you know what? That's gonna fuck all his next season. too.
Yeah, he'll be out for most, if not all,
Like,
next
that's
season.
yeah.
That's
That
very
was,
unlucky.
and he was playing so well.
Yeah, he was doing
And I
really well.
know there's a lot of Finals fans who are saying if he got to play, we might win. I'm like, yeah, true, that's true, but he didn't,
But he didn't,
unfortunately. And it's a
unfortunately.
shit way to go
That's
out.
I felt very bad for him actually.
I got one more loser.
Go on.
This is a good one because he hasn't played either of the teams. Tyreek Hill is the biggest loser.
Oh yeah.
That motherfucker stamped and carried on 2 years ago,
and he missed out
got
on
traded,
He missed out on another 2 rings
and they have won 2 Super Bowls in a row
without him. Yeah, But he got his money. He's still getting his yards. I don't think does he care. He's already got a ring, right?
Yeah, I don't think he won 1 Super Bowl. I just
Yeah.
think that's from this scenario. You can look back when we talk about this Chiefs mini dynasty,
yeah,
whatever you want to call it.
It is. It is.
You
a
will-
dynasty. They've won 3 in 6 years. Like,
You
it's a
will
dynasty.
look back and go, Tyreek Hill. That'll be part of like when there's the 30 for 30 on it.
Yeah.
They'll be like,
Missed out
and
on
they
these
traded
rings.
Tyreek Hill away, who was the best receiver in the NFL, and then won 2 more Super Bowls because Mahomes is the reason.
Yeah, of course it's Mahomes.
I've also got one more. This will be a real quick one as well.
Go on.
One more loser. American gun laws.
Oh wow.
Fix them.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not even taking the piss here.
Yeah.
Cunt's getting shot at a fucking Super
Problem is you
Bowl
can't-
parade.
but that's never going to get.
Taylor Swift donated 100,000 to the
No.
family of the young girl who died.
Yeah.
It wasn't like they went to the parade.
No, they
It
shot
would
each
be-
other. They were shooting each other.
That was just a fucking gang just shooting
Just
people
had-
up,
just had a
each
fight.
other's up.
Yeah.
I've said it once and I'll say it again. You can't buy guns. People don't get shot. That's all I'm going to say on it. That is one of the bigger losers of this situation because that should be a day to be celebrated. And it wasn't because fucking a person died and 9 people got shot or
Yeah.
something like that. It's fucking outrageous.
Pretty crazy. It will never change. By the way, but yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Oh, it won't either because NRA run America. But that's for the package of the people.
Yeah, you'll put that on the list.
That'll be
Yeah.
one of the lists.
So
Uh,
who was the
winners.
Winners.
You go.
I'm going to go first.
Yes.
Mahomes is the biggest winner of this.
I had Andy Reid and Mahomes' legacy
Yeah.
Mhm.
together.
'Cause
That legacy is
he's
like rock solid. now.
3. So
like
you've
a
got
Deshaun Watson massage
Yeah.
cock.
Yeah.
Solid.
3 rings now. 3 Super Bowl MVPs. 6 straight AFC games.
Did you
AFC
see
Championship
people
games.
were arguing that he shouldn't have got MVP.
Oh,
I was like,
how?
Are you
Why?
fucking kidding me? Who else was going to get?
Who's
He
going to
threw
get it?
for 250 yards in the second half and overtime.
yeah.
And threw the game-winning
And game-winning
touchdown.
touchdown. Yeah, like no, that's wrong. And as a result, now whether you like him or not, and my feelings are very clear, I can't stand him.
Yeah.
He's officially entered the GOAT discussion.
He's
now.
entered, as I said, I've said it for a few weeks now. He's entered that category where, like, I don't want to bet against him.
No, you can't.
and
you
if
just
he
can't.
fails, you'd almost be like,
How? What happened?
fuck?
Yeah,
Like, what happened? Like, and that only other guy I can remember being like that is Tom Brady.
Tommy Barnes.
When he lost a playoff game, you'd be like, what the
yeah.
fuck?
How did he lose it?
Yeah. So that's like I remember when the Atlanta were up 28 to 3 on them at halftime of that Super Bowl. I was sitting there going, "How the
fuck's
fuck
happened?
is this
I remember
happening?"
we watched it together. We're at the Hawthorne, I think.
Yep.
Watching
We're like,
it, yeah.
"How is
What the
this
fuck's going on?
fucking
Yeah.
happening?"
Yeah.
And then bang, like
Yep.
you can never back. Mahomes has entered that category now.
He definitely.
And apparently Montana was like that as well. I didn't watch Montana. He was a bit,
has. I was
I'm a bit
too
too
young.
young for him, which is weird to say because I feel so old.
You're old.
Yeah, I'm old as fuck. But yeah, I think Montana was in that similar vein. That's kind of they'd be the only 3 people that are ever talked about in that
Sure.
area now.
Mm.
Like it's Michael Jordan sort of status.
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Like never back him down.
So he's definitely entered that GOAT discussion now.
Yep.
Like, and if he
100%.
wins another 1 or 2, like he's going to be right up there.
I've got another coach as well from the Chiefs, Steve Spagnuolo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Spags is good.
Got an extension. He won 2 Super Bowls with the Giants. He's won 3 with the Chiefs.
Yeah.
He's had Mahomes was great in this game, but the
Defense
defense
was
kept this team
Yeah,
alive for the
absolutely. All
entire
year.
playoffs,
Yeah.
the whole season. Yeah.
Season.
They wouldn't have even
You're
made. They wouldn't have made the playoffs if it wasn't for this defense
Mm.
all year. So Spagnuolo finally getting his flowers, I think's real. I hated him when he was at the Giants because they were so good.
Yeah,
But
but
he
those defenses were good though.
they were a great defense. He just finds
A lot of the
way
reasons why
to-
they won those rings was because of those defenses too.
was
So.
the D line.
yeah,
They were
yeah.
fucking that NASCAR package.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
OCU Manura, Justin Tuck, Strahan, and The other
The other
DN.
D end. I can't think of his name.
Matthias Kiwanuka.
Yeah, that's it.
That's a fucking
Oh!
name.
And who was the other
How'd you
boy?
get
And,
that
and the other boy
wrong?
that came in for the second one, the young
Jason
boy,
Pierre-Paul.
Pierre Paul. Yeah, yeah.
Who then
Bucks.
won one with the
Bucks.
Tampa Bay Bucks 2 years
Bucks.
ago.
Yeah. With
Then-
half a hand.
Then came to
Shout
the
out.
Ravens.
Not half a hand. He's got 2 fingers. He's like this. He's the ultimate.
So let
two-pin
me ask you.
constant.
So obviously we all agree that.
strong hand.
You're my strong hand.
Oh wow, poor bastard.
I wouldn't want to feel his weak hand. He could kill me with his ankle.
Hang on, no, not poor bastard.
his weekend will still rip your throat.
not,
out.
not poor bastard. He got fucking paid.
Yeah.
And he should have been playing with fucking fireworks. You're in the NFL, mate.
I don't know. I got
Oh,
told.
I don't disagree.
I
Get
got
up to
told
the-
when I was
Get
really
up to the
young.
hook kid to hold the fucking firework.
Yeah, give it to your son. He's not playing in the NFL. Who cares if he loses his hand?
He doesn't know his son.
Wow. Oh my god. Can we please straighten up?
We
All
can't
right, so we
deny
all
or confirm that.
agree that Andy Reid is a massive winner out of this. Like, you know, because
Well, he was the guy that could never get it done,
well, yeah, he went.
and
He
now
went
he's getting it done.
four straight NFC Championship games with
Eagles
Philly
and a
Now-
Super Bowl and lost.
Super Bowl and loss, obviously to Tommy B. Now he's made 6 straight and won 3.
Yep, and 3 Super Bowls
Yeah,
and lost 1 Super Bowl.
lost 1.
Who they lose to?
They lost to Tom Brady.
Tom
and the
Brady.
Buccaneers.
Oh, the Buccaneers. Yeah, when Mahomes had no tackles and was
Yeah.
just running through his fucking
Yeah,
life
yeah,
the whole
run for
game.
his life.
I remember.
So, and not only that, but he's like consistent over the years. If you look at his winning record, he's consistently won with everyone. Like whoever's been his quarterback, whatever team he's been on.
Mahomes has been a different level
Yeah, I agree. But he won.
because
He won.
McNabb, like apparently,
he was-
McNabb used to throw up before
Yeah, he was
like playoff
yeah,
games.
yeah,
Like
he was really out of
he
shape,
threw up in the
was
fucking
really out of
huddles and
shape, yeah.
shit from
He was-
nerves. Like he was fucked.
and he was just like fat and not fit. And-
And
And
Willie B.
he won. He won.
Beam.
he won a lot of games with fucking Alex Smith as well.
He did.
Don't
He
forget.
did. And Matt Cassell.
Yeah. So like,
I'm just
where
throwing all the secure names out.
where does he
obscure names
rank
out tonight.
now? Where does he rank now in the GOAT coach discussion?
2 behind Belichick to me, but it's not going to take much to get for him to get over him.
Yeah. See,
You put him over him.
I- I
you
put him
you
over.
already had him over him this year.
yeah, I love Andy Reid. I think he's the best coach in the NFL by a mile.
I think we forget, like we almost belittle Belichick now because of Brady.
Yeah, and so we should.
No.
I don't know.
You got to remember, like,
Good
He's a
defense.
glorified defensive coordinator.
So do we
He can't draft.
diminish Andy
he can't
Reid?
draft. He can't manage a team.
Does
He's a glorified defensive
does
coordinator.
that mean Andy Reid's a glorified offense coordinator?
Yeah. Do we diminish him because he's got
No.
Mahomes?
No?
Why?
No, we don't.
It's the same
Because he
thing.
won with because he was
He's got 3 rings, though.
consistently winning with other QBs as well.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's a good point. So
Is he-
yeah,
is he
Belichick
consistently-
was only successful
only
when he
successful
had
with Tom.
Brady.
No, but so has Andy Reid. He's only been successful with
No.
Patrick Mahomes.
Do you
No,
count
but,
success?
Super Bowl successful.
well, is that not why we play the game?
No,
To win Super Bowls?
Yeah, but like
No, but like
you got to be realistic. You're not going to
Belichick got fired before Tom Brady.
I understand that.
He got fired.
Yeah,
dude.
you're not competing for a Super Bowl every year though, Brock.
You should be. If you're saying you're not competing for a Super Bowl, you have a loser mentality.
Okay, so the Oakland Raiders competing for a Super Bowl next year.
They should be trying to compete for a
Oh,
Super
Hey,
Bowl.
yeah.
Antonio
out of here,
Pierce got fucking hired because of how hard they competed down the stretch.
Get out of here, bro. They're not.
I think
they're not
players
competing.
should always be competing for a Super Bowl and coaches should, but I don't think organizations always should.
Yeah, well, that's my point.
It's like
Right.
that old rule.
But he's a coach, though.
You
He's
put
not
the
an
guys on
organization.
the park that can't win you enough games,
Yeah.
sort of thing.
Yeah.
The guys out there. You put,
I think right now, in my opinion, he's the GOAT coach. But if he wins one more, it rubber stamps it.
it's a pretty. It's not an easy thing to argue. Like it's like the fact that he's well and truly in the Belichick echelon now,
Yeah,
and I'm not going to give you much fight to be like, no,
Yeah.
you're wrong,
Yeah.
because they're both pretty fair arguments.
Yep.
And if he wins one more, yeah, we're fucking really talking about
Yeah.
about him. I think so.
it's undeniable.
I've got one more winner from this, and it's Chris Jones's pending free agency. That mark,
You're gonna get
fuck,
paid.
paid.
He's going to get paid.
And a spoiler alert, it won't be by the Chiefs. Any
No, I
Chiefs
think he'll
fans
go.
that think they're
I
going to
think
pay
he'll-
him,
he'll-
they will
he'll
not
go.
pay him. They
Because
cannot physically afford
they
him.
can't afford him and then afford to re-sign everybody else. Like we were talking about it before. Obviously, I got one more. Kelsey's obviously a huge winner as well. Out
Yeah,
of
because
this.
he gets to go home to Taylor Swift and then
Third-
Evra's
Oh.
Tua. Imagine the teeth marks
No, it
on
was
his
big-
dick after the Super Bowl. I mean, like a fucking cheese grater in there.
out to 5 a.m. chicken tendies.
Oh no, the other winner was Jason Kelsey dancing with the Rey Mysterio mask and the Kansas City Chiefs overalls.
That was
He found it on the dance floor and just
I
put it
know.
on.
That's what that was
I
about.
know he didn't even. I thought, did he bring that with him?
No,
It's like,
he-
no, he just found it on the dance
Found
floor.
it.
That's such a Jason Kelsey because he had the dog mask on. Remember?
Oh my god, he's a fucking goat of humans.
The best video of that whole situation for me is Travis Kelce walking out with Taylor Swift like hand in hand, and Jason Kelsey just following,
yeah.
falling into a fucking bush. Just he thinks it's fucking still Sunday.
For his brand, like man, you look at Travis Kelce. He's had a fucking heck of a 12 months. Think about it.
He flew
won-
commercial home. There's videos of him
Jason Kelsey did.
walking through like Vegas airport,
Wow.
hungover as
course.
fuck. People trying to video, and he's just like,
You got to remember,
I just want to get home, boys.
Jason-
I just want to go
Jason
home.
Kelsey's just a guy. He's just a guy. He just happens to be good at football. That's all it is, right? He's just a fucking dude.
He's a
man.
dude.
He's
He
just a dude.
doesn't play dress ups. He
Think
plays
it-
football.
You're not a dude,
Stay
he a
with me.
dog.
Stay with me on this, right?
Yeah.
Stay with me on this. Think about Travis Kelsey's last 12 months,
Mhm.
right? And what that's done for him, for his brand, and like
Mm.
in terms of like where he's at in terms of like his
Marketability.
echelon.
outside of
Echelon-
football,
Outside of football, but
marketability.
also like his echelon now that he's won his third ring, his echelon of where he is amongst like the
it's not a
greats.
hard argument. He's the best tight end of all time.
No, that's my point.
numbers,
So,
numbers, Super
numbers,
Bowls,
everything.
field play. It,
Think about
it all adds up.
So in the last 12 months, he's won a Super Bowl,
Mm.
right? That was 12 months ago. And then he started dating arguably the most famous woman in the world.
Podcast went through the fucking
Podcast
roof,
through the
which it was going through the roof before he dated her. But
right?
that
But that only just elevated it, right?
100%.
And then to top it all off, he goes and wins another fucking Super Bowl.
After everyone was saying he was
was
pretty
washed,
much
he was
he was
done.
washed before the playoffs. Has like you could say he was the best player in the playoffs, best
Right.
non-quarterback in the playoffs, the entire playoffs. He was
Sure.
unbelievable.
He was really good.
Yeah.
And a big turnaround in the Super Bowl as well because he was at halftime he had one target, one catch, 1 yard.
No, donut catches.
No, he had one catch
He had
for 1
one.
yard.
Oh, did he have one catch?
One for 1 yard.
Yeah.
One for 1 yard. And then he turned around. He basically like helped.
He almost fucking killed Andy Reid on the sideline.
Yeah,
So
I know, how good was
he
that? I
hit him
love
with
that.
a good
A lot of
shoulder.
people were bagging him for that. I fucking love it.
I'm okay with it.
I got
I'm
no
okay
issue
with it.
Shows,
Yeah,
shows passion, shows he's competing, shows he wants to win, shows he cares.
he addressed it on like his podcast, and no free promos, but fuck New Heights.
I'm a big fan.
No,
of
we're
New
starting beef. We're starting beef.
we're
We're
starting
starting beef
you think-
with New Heights.
we're starting
think
beef
beef-
with the Kelsey brothers.
I
I
reckon
reckon-
beef is the way to go here. This is a bold move,
I
Con.
love it.
Well,
I'm
we're
with it.
starting-
Bold move, Con.
starting
Let's see the
tofu.
pizza.
I'm in.
We're starting
in.
tofu with him.
I'm in.
Nah,
No,
we're starting beef with
Brock,
him.
I'm back in. I'm back in the
All
boy.
right,
I
you
could-
two-
I could travel-
you two
I could
fight-
cover him.
You two fight Jason. I'll fight Travis. Deal.
No,
No, we're gonna go have.
you're
a
going
beer
to be
with him.
getting bashed up by Dan Campbell in the corner because he's going to fucking come out of nowhere.
You
And me, Jason, and Travis and Brock are
still-
having a beer watching you get your ass kicked by
I
Dan
still want to
Campbell.
get Dan Campbell on in the off season. We're gonna spam him every day until he.
I
agrees
would
to come
say zero chance. I just want him to
I-
send
I
like a
reckon there's a
video
chance.
back saying, 1, leave me the fuck alone. 2, I would kick the fuck out of that Greek
on. I'm
cunt.
telling you.
You have nothing else to do on the weekend, so you might want to start like messaging.
That's
him.
I
true.
love it.
That's
I love
true. I've got a
This
lot
is-
of
this is
time
day-
on
you
my
got a
hands.
freak
Day 88 of me messaging you until you respond or some shit. I love
Even
that.
him just responding, going "fuck off,"
Fuck off.
I'd be like,
Or
"Thank
even
you.
like a finger would just be
Thank
amazing.
you." That's all. You know what? You've made my day. I ever told you a story.
Yeah,
The Kurt Warner responded to me on Twitter once.
No.
I posted something about
Oh, shout out.
a Monday night football game or something like that.
Was he
about
playing
how
or-
bad the commentary was?
Oh,
No,
he
he
was
was,
commentating it.
and it was the NFL one. He was commenting for the Arizona Cardinals radio team.
Yeah, right.
And he
Oh.
responded saying, "Yeah, you should turn on the radio and listen to me."
Oh, okay.
And I
Power
was
move.
like, "Oh, how do I do that in Australia, mate? Like, have you got a link?" And he sent me a link back, and then I was like, "He's like, here you go, man, enjoy." And I was like, "Dude, I can't believe I've just skipped over the fact that Kurt Warner's
Kurt
talking to
Warner.
me." And he responded with, "Come on, man, act like you've been here before." That was it. I'm sure I could find it if I went back through. It was the best comeback ever.
MVP.
And I just didn't
MVP.
respond back. I just like did the love heart on the tweet and was like,
That's
"This
the
is
MVP.
fucking
Hang on.
outstanding."
That's
So
the
you
MVP
big man
energy
him by
right
just
there.
by liking his tweet.
Yep.
You big man.
Power move.
You won that one.
I love it.
Get
You
out
won
of
that
my-
battle.
Get out of my goat house.
So
Get
yeah,
a bit of
that's,
movie,
And
Jim.
then I've got his. Actually, he probably wins because I've got his jersey hanging up behind me.
Yeah,
So
he would have your
Hang on,
Australian
Kurt
jersey.
Warner round 4.
He would have your jersey.
if we're comparing lives, he definitely.
Is it a power move if I send like a signed Croydon Rangers jersey to Jason Kelsey and be like, "Just thought you might want to hang this up behind your podcast"? I'm a pretty
Let's
big
do it.
deal down here.
Let's do it.
I'm
Let's
a big
do
deal.
it.
I'm a big deal at GP.
Fucking gold. That would be gold.
I'll
Amazing.
reach out to him. Nah. So what else we got, boys? Winners of the season.
Oh
Winners
yeah,
of- winners and
so
losers of
we
the
had
season.
surprises and disappointments of the season. James, you want to kick off or I'll kick off?
I'll kick off.
Go ahead.
I'll go. We'll start with surprises.
Yeah, go ahead.
One of my biggest surprises this year is Bryce Young. and not in a good way.
Ooh.
I am surprised
How bad
at
he was.
how fucking crap he was.
No, I wasn't. And I called it. I called it from the start.
I have never. Like, that's the worst rookie quarterback season I can ever remember seeing.
Oh, there was a
Oh,
few.
Trevor
worse.
Lawrence was pretty bad.
Oh,
Trevor Lawrence was pretty bad.
No, I think Bryce
Like,
Young.
there
is
was a game where
worse.
Bryce Young threw for 80 yards
Yeah.
and played the entire game.
Mm,
He started. I'm talking about guys that started every single game in their rookie year.
yeah.
There aren't many worse than what Bryce Young put out. And I didn't think he'd be good by all means, but I didn't think it'd be this bad.
I did say that he was too small. Remember?
Yeah, you did. Yeah, but this is to the point where, like, if he turns it around next year, I would be shocked.
No, he
Because
won't.
How do
He
you
won't.
go from that
No, you
to
can't.
anything good?
You can't.
And they're
It's
not
too much
getting
of a
any
step
better.
up.
The team's not going to get better. They're not going. No one's going to want to sign there because now,
Who wants to go and play in Carolina, bro?
yeah, and play for a quarterback that's going to be there for the next 3 seasons minimum and that can't play potentially from what we've seen can't play.
What? How?
No,
how
no
quickly-
receiver's going to be
how
like,
quickly
yeah,
can they
sure,
move- how quickly can they move off him?
next season. If he's like that next season, you got to move off straight away.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
Immediately.
100% agree.
Don't click your $200. Do not pass.
Do
go.
not
Like,
pass. Yo.
we are done.
Because I told you he's too small, bro. He's
Yeah.
no good.
So like that could have been a disappointment, but I was actually surprised with how fucking bad he was.
Can I give you a positive surprise?
Yeesh.
I'm surprised at how good CJ Stroud was.
Yeah, that was a good surprise.
I
He was
was.
fucking enjoyable.
I thought he would be good, but I
Mm.
didn't think he would be this good.
No, that would
Like-
again maybe one of the better rookie seasons.
Win
I've
a,
ever seen.
win a division and win a playoff game good. That's crazy,
The
man.
dude threw 5 picks in 16 games.
Mm.
17 games. 16 games. 16.
16 games.
17 games.
17 games.
17 games over 18 weeks. We always get this wrong. Yeah, he threw 6 picks in 17 games. Like
Yeah.
the dude was fucking incredible. And not like he was just game managing. He's like taking it downfield, game winning drives,
Game-winning
like
drives, yeah.
won the division, offense that had no talent. Like we were like, yeah, Laramie Tunsil's good. Who the fuck else is good? Dalton Schultz, a solid tight end.
Yep.
Tank Dell, Nico Collins. These dudes just
All
coming
these
out of
guys having
nowhere.
career seasons, yeah.
That's just a quarterback. And then they all call him Cap. They all love him, like his leadership skills.
Yeah.
A lot of
Doesn't drink, doesn't
unmeasurable.
party.
He just looks like a fine young man too. Like
He's
he's
about-
sort of
he's
the
about
guy,
the game.
sort of guy that you want to get behind.
Yeah, a lot of unmeasurables for him that you were like, wow, yeah, this kid. Like, if again, I'd be more surprised if he ended up sucking than if Bryce Young ended up good. Like, that's how good I think CJ Stroud
Yeah,
is.
he's amazing.
Yeah.
He's amazing.
So, and well, I had the Texans as a surprise, which
Yep.
which rolls into that. Mainly, the turnover, all that sort of stuff.
I got one more.
Yeah,
You
what
wanna
you got?
Can I give you one more?
Oh, it's a 3-man. I got one.
Oh, please.
I want to take my hat off. He
Oh.
probably should have, if Joe Flacco didn't have his season, he
Mm,
probably should have been comeback player of the year.
DeMar Hamlin.
No. Fuck Demar. Tua Tagovailoa.
Oh yeah. Yeah. He had a good season.
Tua Tagovailoa. For what he came back with the head
No,
knock with concussion,
I agree with that.
4,600 yards. How many?
Dude,
29 touchdowns.
No. Don't make that face. Don't make that face. Hang on a minute. Brock's right, and I'm going to tell you why.
Like, yes, he's might be assistant quarterback. To come back from what he did
No,
come
that's
back
not
from.
my problem with him.
What's your problem, James?
He's fucking left-handed.
That's the best part about
I hate him.
him. You love a left-handed hand
Oh,
job.
I hate him. No, like an
that is
alternating one.
that is the dumbest reason to hate somebody.
Oh, I hate him, George.
Is this why you didn't like
I
Vic?
hate him.
Or was
I
that
love
his
Vic.
skin color?
No, the issue I had with Vic was his
the
murder
puppies
of
he killed.
dogs.
The puppy
Now,
thing, yes.
in fairness,
Allegedly.
I got over it. Then he went and played for the Eagles. Like, fuck, man, how many
Yeah.
times can you do me dirty in one lifetime?
Yeah.
That's why I hated Vic. Atlanta Vic, I was all for him. But
No.
also, he was a running back.
Because
you
you're from
know?
Atlanta.
Yeah.
No, he's right. He's right because
No, he had a good 2 out of great.
the narrative over the offseason was
He might not play
he
again.
might not play again.
Get rid of him. Trade him
I mean,
away.
all our preseason podcasts were like, well, the Dolphins will be good if Tua's going to play
Correct.
because he's fucking
If he doesn't,
knocked
if he
out
gets a
every
head knock,
second
it's
week.
all over.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, yeah, it was good to see him get, and that's a good thing. A young quarterback has had those issues,
I agree.
get through it, and hopefully we
And
don't
have a
have
good
it
season.
come up again.
I hope so. I hope so because you always want to see the good players playing well.
Absolutely.
No, that's a good one.
You got one more?
Yeah, I've got another couple. I'll go around to you, though. Do you want to
I've got here. My biggest surprise is the emergence of Jordan Love as a genuine QB1.
I don't.
He was on the fringe bad at the end of last season. It was like, are they going to roll with him? What are they
I'm
going to
not
do?
shocked. Like,
I don't know.
To be that good, to win a playoff game, to go into Dallas and beat Dallas.
But it's an aged experience sort of situation
In
he
fairness,
was in.
Aaron Jones beat Dallas.
Yeah, but he was still there. He still made the throws. He
Yeah,
still did
well,
what he had to
so
do.
did Purdy in plenty of games, and
Yeah,
we called
yeah,
him a game manager.
Yeah.
Oh, look, Jordan Love, the things that surprised me about
Yeah, but
him,
he's a genuine QB1 now.
yeah, 100%. His poise under pressure was amazing.
Right.
Like he
That's my point.
makes a lot of big throws. I just didn't feel it was. I don't know. I wasn't that surprised. Like he's a former first round pick. In my mind, I was kind of going. I always had in the back of my mind,
Dude, halfway
are
through the
Green
season,
Bay going to do it? Well, we did. We said that was
halfway
dead.
through the season, we said that we're done.
Yeah, he's down the stretch. He was out. He was really good.
Yeah.
So, and I think LaFleur's a big winner
LaFleur has to
from that
take
too.
a lot of credit as well. He's really good. I rate LaFleur massively.
Yeah, 100%. My one is a surprise, and I just want you to think back to the start of last season and put your mindset in that.
Mm.
If I had
Of
sat,
this current season,
yep,
or
so if I had sat in our preseason, our season preview extravaganza, and said to you that Bill Belichick will only not get fired this year, but he won't even get a fucking job.
Yeah. That's a big surprise. Yep.
People would have been like, "You're an idiot."
Yeah.
That is
Yep.
one of the most surprising. Like literally, no one
No one wanted him. Yep.
That is
there was-
outrageous.
There was like half a dozen jobs going there, and he
Yeah,
couldn't.
there was 6 jobs.
He got one interview in Atlanta who interviewed him twice and then didn't hire him.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to go. I don't know. But if I told you that
Yeah, but why
storyline was going to
Why
happen,
go there and interview twice? Then why interview him twice? It's not like he's black and they need to do it for the Rooney Rule.
that's true. But maybe he would. Well, it's not black; it's a minority. Doesn't just
Oh,
have to be
whatever,
white.
you know
It can
what
be.
I'm saying.
It can be Hispanic, or a woman. Anyway,
Come on,
well, I just think if I told you at the start of the year that was going to
running
happen,
rife in this podcast, by the way.
you guys would be like, "Nah, no way, you're a dickhead."
Yeah,
man.
I agree.
He
100%
gets fired.
agree with you.
Someone, the Cowboys are hiring him for God's sake.
yeah,
he gets
someone's
fired.
going to fire him. Yeah,
So that was a big surprise to me.
Shout out to the Dallas kicker, Brandon Aubrey.
Yeah, it was
That
good.
surprisingly came out of nowhere. And sometimes all you do need is a fucking kicker that just kicks 1 extra points. And when you can't get it,
extra points are critical.
No,
So
no.
that missed extra point in the
Hey, you remember me saying
in
that
the
when they
Super
missed
Bowl.
it?
Yeah,
but it's
Everyone
not
was like, "Oh, it won't matter." I'm like,
No,
"You
extra points
will.
always
Way,
matter.
Yes, it fucking
motherfucker."
will.
But it's not even just that. It's if you can't score a touchdown every fucking drive, but you can get inside 50 yards.
yeah, and get a field
When
goal.
you go
Yeah.
fucking 36 from 36,
Yep.
that's fucking extra
agree.
3 points.
I call it the Justin Tucker rule.
He scored 157 points this year.
Yeah, I agree, bro.
I actually, I do. I'm not being
incredible.
a smartass. I call it the
It's
Justin Tucker
fucking
rule.
incredible.
That anytime you're doing 60 yards, you can get points.
Yeah.
Do you know how fucking insane that is?
Dude, that's
anytime you're
incredible.
past midfield, the defense are like, they're going to get points here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
I
Yeah.
was talking to my brother.
90% chance they get points here.
think about all those points that you get, and like that shit adds up,
Yeah.
man. Over the
Like,
over
I was talking to my brother,
157.
and we've been, both my brothers Ravens fans. We've been blessed on the kiss on the dick with having Justin Tucker
Yeah.
since 2013. Where okay, we know we can score points.
It's nothing worse than having a shit kicker.
It's
It's one of the worst things you can.
It's the greatest
fear
thing.
you feel every
Who
time.
was
they
it? Was it
line
the
up.
Green Bay coach that said when he goes out there, I'll just shut my
Yeah,
eyes and
LaFleur,
hope
yeah.
for the best? Like that's bad, man.
All right, some biggest disappointments.
I got one.
you go
I
first,
got
you
one
go.
off the top. This
Okay.
is the biggest disappointment of the season. Rogers getting injured for.
I write that one too. Yeah. And not that it's his fault,
No, it's not his fault.
but he's also had an absolute fall from grace, like with his behavior and shit since then as well. Everyone's kind of turned on him.
yeah, but
But it was so disappointing.
Remember, he was always a bit of a dickhead, even in Green Bay. He's
Correct.
always been a bit of a dickhead.
He likes ayahuasca.
Yeah, he's just always been that guy. Like the only reason that like anyone puts up with him is because he just throws the fucking ball so
Mm.
well.
He's so good. Yeah. So
Yeah.
and he's coming back next year, which will be interesting. But yeah, we were all looking
I was
forward
gutted, bro.
to
I
the
was
Jets
gutted.
being relevant. I think we had him winning the division.
Yeah, we did. Yeah,
Dude, I had him like making the Super Bowl.
Yeah, like, I thought they were going to be good, but I did say a few weeks ago I actually think that Aaron Rodgers' injury saved him from this season because I don't think the Jets were going to be good. I think they can be next year, mate. Their offensive line was a fucking turnstile.
yeah.
He would have been getting hammered
Killed,
every
yeah.
week.
They
In
could-
fact,
they could
he
have-
hurt
they-
his Achilles running away from a
Yeah.
fucking
They
band.
could have
that
addressed
beat
it
his
during the
tackle.
season, though.
Correct. If you still got Rodgers alive, you got a chance.
Yeah, that's my
So,
point.
Yeah, it was extremely disappointing. One of the,
Because
by far the most
look at
disappointing thing all
Kansas O-line wasn't that great either.
No.
And Mahomes just ran around and made plays.
Yeah, no, that was probably the most disappointing thing
It was
of the season. It's
extremely
hard to
disappointing
argue.
for me, man.
I've got one. Biggest disappointment was Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, he was bad.
Mm.
And can I piggyback off that?
Mhm.
Justin Herbert in the same category.
Well, I have the Chargers, but you
Teams-
can throw Herbert
Yeah,
in there.
teams that are like Chargers being this awful this year.
Herbert played well at times, then got hurt.
Yeah.
Just one of those disaster
just
years.
disaster years. And
Like-
I kind of feel like that's par for the course for fucking San Diego. Like that's the sort of team they are.
I am never, and everyone keep receipts. I am never fucking backing the Chargers.
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
They've done me like
I'm done.
5 years in
Yeah.
a row now. I'm fucking
Well, I
done.
always
who
get
they are.
excited. I always get excited about
I'd
them
prefer to
preseason.
be surprised by them and be
Yeah.
like, got that one wrong than
No.
to fucking back them
They've
again.
broken my
I'm
heart
sick
so
of them.
many
I've been
times.
off them since they did fucking the Hard Knocks and the COVID year with fucking the Rams as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's when I've been off them because I'm like, they just don't run it. When you have two people doing Hard Knocks, you see how they both run.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
yes,
yeah.
it's a TV show and it's fucking fantasized,
Mm.
but you both see how they fucking run.
Yep.
The Chargers have run like a fucking college football team.
Yep.
And you see with their social media gets more fucking play than
Yep.
fucking Justin Herbert.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Do you
There's
think
a
that
lot of
changes now with
dysfunction.
Harbrow? Do you think Harbrow can turn it around there?
Well, I think that's what they're
Damn,
hoping.
I'm already sucking myself back into
That's
this.
what I
fucking
think.
You're
they're
gonna- you gotta
hoping.
suck
Why
yourself
else?
back in.
Why else were they hiring? That's what they're hoping.
No, but
They want the Dan Campbell thing. They want someone to go in there and just completely change the culture of the whole place.
no, but you can change the culture, but the social media department needs to change.
Well, that's
So-
part of the
but-
culture, though. Isn't
But
it?
that's
it's a culture
that's the whole ownership in the fucking
They're,
the way
they're
that the front
trolls.
office.
Like they're legit trolls
Yeah.
on social media.
Yeah.
Their
You're a
front office
professional
needs to change.
football
Yeah, exactly.
team's
That's what I mean.
social media. Let some fucking fan account do the trolling and,
Yeah.
and give it a
Yes.
like here and there if
Yes.
you want.
Or even if you want to troll, make a separate fan account. Have a burner fucking account like KD does.
Yeah,
Put
it's
more
like-
Put
troll
more
people.
fucking time into your game plan and winning
Yeah, no
games
shit. I couldn't
than you
agree
do
more.
in your fucking schedule fucking
Fucking
release
Brocky's on
every year.
fire tonight. Fucking
Like
spot
the-
on, Brocky.
He's been
It's-
outstanding.
He
I'll
really
tell you,
has.
he's been around Taylor Swift and he's absorbed that success.
Absorbed energy.
3 votes, Brock.
Come as a guy on the Chiefs. my big fucking disappointment for the year, and I love the guy, Derek fucking Carr.
Yeah, I hate spot on.
Derek fucking
You know
Carr.
what? You know what? Listen here, you two. Listen here, you two fucking knuckleheads. I sat in this room and I respectfully listened to you two cunts
I was
say
on
that
him saying he's
Derek
having a good year.
Carr
Yep.
is a better quarterback than Dak Prescott.
Yep.
He
I
is.
want to
I
hear
said
you
it.
both now say, not
I was
sorry to
wrong.
me.
I was wrong. I was wrong.
Look at that camera and say, sorry,
I was
sorry,
wrong.
Dak.
I'm not going to say I apologize to Dak. I'm allowed to have an opinion. But
Sorry,
I
James.
was wrong.
Sorry, Dak.
I was wrong.
please.
Sorry, Dad.
Based on
Sorry,
this,
I stood up. I got ahead of
based
myself.
on this season,
Jesus. You still quicker than your squat.
Sorry, guys. I
based on this season,
got upset.
You bring the
the
studio
Dak,
into disrepute.
Dak is a better
Bring the
Dak is-
podcast and disrespute.
Dak is a better quarterback than Derek Carr based on this season.
Thank you. That's all I wanted to hear. And my last disappointment, this is a bit of a fun one. The Baker Mayfield resurgence. Didn't
Unreal.
need it. Didn't want it. Disappointing as fuck. I didn't need
No.
it in my
Oh,
life.
We
no,
needed it.
I don't want
that much surprise.
I don't want Baker
Baker
Mayfield letting us down one more fucking time, which he's going to do next year,
No,
whoever signs
because
him.
this is what we do as Baker fans. We're Baker, not a faker.
Oh,
So every
but
time
I'm
he has
not
a
Baker
good
fan.
fucking 3
I'm
weeks,
the first one to shit him.
we're up and about. We're throwing celebrations. We want the fucking progressive fucking.
Didn't
ads.
want it.
He was
I don't want to like
Context.
him again, and I like him
Context.
again.
context.
I think about him at night.
When he was playing when he was in Carolina, there's
Correct.
footage of him playing
Playing
fucking scout
tackle.
defense.
Yeah, it's fucking gold.
Scout the end for the Carolina Panthers. And then the following season, he wins a playoff game for Tampa. Come on, bro. That's a comeback arc if I've ever seen one.
No, it's disappointed me.
No, I'm
'cause I don't
surprised.
want to believe again.
Shout out. I'm the first one to shit on him.
I
So
believe.
shout out.
I believe in that.
Shout out.
Do we just steer into it? All get Baker jerseys and wear them for the whole season
Definitely,
next year.
definitely not.
If I buy you to a Baker, you will. I know. If I buy you a Baker Mayfield jersey, will you wear it on the podcast only?
I'll wear it once.
Just for the preview show.
Fine. I'll wear it once.
Done? We all agree?
Yeah, that's fine.
All
I'll
right.
wear it.
I'll get the fucking Mary jersey, $30 ones.
Yeah, fine.
Ones that like literally fall apart when you wash them.
Amazing.
But we're in them for one, and then we'll burn them as a.
I got one
tribute.
more. I got one more
Are we
disappointment.
going to do our fucking
We'll-
Skip Bayless impression?
Yes, we'll burn them as a tribute to him, as like a sacrifice to the gods, so
Sacrifice to the
Baker
gods,
can have one good
So I
season.
got one good season. I love it.
One more good season.
It's like a
So
smoking ceremony.
Get Browns jerseys and
I
we'll
love
burn them too. Get Browns.
I don't think we're allowed to do that anymore.
I got one more disappointment. Can I give you one more, please? Wow. Wow. He's on fire. You're killing us tonight, bro. We're gonna get cancelled before we leave your house.
No, it's a song lyric. It's okay.
I got one more disappointment. Can I give it to you, please?
You can give it to
And
me.
you're both are going to be on board.
You can give it to me.
All right.
Time, baby.
Eagles shitting the bed in the second half of the season
I had that as the biggest surprise.
as a
What an utter
massive,
surprise.
massive disappointment for me.
It was
After
horrible.
starting the season 10-1 to then only win one more game and then to get absolutely to get he's gone. He's done.
No,
I'm just ignoring him.
I'm
He's done.
laughing. I'll explain what I'm laughing at.
And then to get rolled by fucking Baker in Tampa, like that's terrible, bro.
Yeah, it was a
I'm
Awful,
glad that the ownership and the higher ups have taken action and have fired the two.
What do
the
you
two
think was more
coordinators.
disappointing, the Cowboys end of the season or the Eagles? Because I already said I think the Eagles, because
No,
the Cowboys
no.
were expected to do that.
I think it was the Cowboys purely because our body of work for the second half of the season was that awful
That it was almost expected
that it was,
by that
it was
point.
just like,
Yeah.
we just like,
Whereas the Cowboys were flying, and then it was just like,
Yeah.
here's the rug. See
yeah,
ya.
no shit. Well, it was like we limped into the playoffs and then limped out of the playoffs.
Yeah.
Like it was just shit.
What are you
So
saying?
what I'm laughing
What are you
at
saying,
is
Giggles?
I saw a little TikTok today.
Oh.
It was the NFL like team season like summed up in a Simpsons like clip,
Oh yeah,
and the Eagles like one was Homer Simpson is playing catch the flag, and he's got the flag and he's running away with it, and he just gets further to the line and just fucking collapses.
collapses. Yeah,
At the
yeah,
line.
yeah. I remember that.
That's what I was laughing at when he brought up
Yeah.
the Eagles.
It was disappointing. It was
Like I
it was
said,
really it was a
10-1.
disappointing season for fucking all of our teams at the end of the day. That sucked.
Well, they made an AFC Championship game. I don't know what else you could ask for.
No,
Yeah, we lost to the Super Bowl champions.
very true.
If we lose to
you-
the Chiefs and 49ers blow the Chiefs out,
If you
then I would have been disappointed because we would have kicked the shit out of the 49ers on Super Bowl.
You already had 49ers were the sixth best team in the NFL.
Yes.
NFC was soft.
NFC was soft.
if you could say to your team that every for the upcoming season the Cowboys are guaranteed to make the NFC Championship game,
And
you'd be
then
happy
and then
with
whatever happens from that happens from that.
that. You'd be happy.
Yeah, 100%. That's
Anyone
why
would.
that's why I kind of don't get this narrative of the Cowboys. Like it's fun to joke about, but the Cowboys have won a Super Bowl more recently than the 49ers. If you think the Cowboys have been as successful as the 49ers over the past 35 fucking years, you got rocks in your head.
Yeah.
Now I know it's a fun joke and I'm enjoying it and I'm saying it to my 49er friends because
Yeah.
it's good fun. But they've been to like 3 Super Bowls,
Yeah.
NFC Championship games. Like they've been pretty successful over the last
Yeah, they
10 years in particular.
Yeah,
So
yeah, they've
the
been good.
Harbrow year, they went to a Super Bowl then, lost to the Ravens, the
Yeah.
Harbaugh. Like they've had some success. Losing Super Bowl sucks, but I'd prefer to be up there than not there at all. I prefer to be them than the fucking Jags,
Yeah, no shit. Who were just
whose
a
greatest
nothing-
thing
a
was
nothing team,
Blake
yeah.
Bortles taking me to an AFC Championship game and
That's
getting
right. Yeah,
and then losing being up 24 points to 0 at halftime and losing to Brady.
Brady. That's right. Yeah.
Dude.
Duval.
So that's it. We're done for this season. We'll be back.
Season over. Yeah, we'll do a bit of break. Look, we definitely won't be back. Obviously, we're recording Sunday night, so we won't be doing this Wednesday. We might take the next Wednesday off, I reckon, give it a
Sure.
couple of weeks, then we'll work out. We got a few things for the off season that we want to
Yeah,
do.
a couple different fun things.
I
fun
know.
topics.
I also wanted to shout out Super Bowl day. Paul Egan, long-time listener of the show, was at the same place. Came up, shook my hand. We had a chat for 10 or 15 minutes.
shout out to Paul.
Really great bloke. He said one of the OG, like only probably him and Gur Sayers, the Irishman, are
Shout out to
probably
Gert.
the 2 longest listening people. So it was
that
great
was-
to meet him and have a chat with him. He's a great bloke. So really do appreciate that, Paul. That was awesome.
we
it was a
we
cool
love,
moment.
We love all our listeners. We love
Yes.
you all.
All 12.
Hey, 14.
It's actually not. It's actually a lot higher than that.
Shout out.
I'm quite impressed with ourselves, to be fair.
As you should be. We're awesome.
And I've got one more thing to say, boys. I want to thank you two, and I'm actually being sincere here.
Oh shit!
I told
I
you
got
boys
bullshit.
at the start of the
No, you pulled the pin. You were done.
I was not going to do the show anymore. I wasn't enjoying it. Felt like a chore. Didn't really see any point in doing it anymore. Last season, I was doing podcasts once a month. Wasn't liking it. But I can tell you, this season, I have looked forward to every single week, every single time.
Absolutely. I'll put
We
my hand
have-
up
Good
as
time.
well.
We have
Good
a
time.
great laugh before. We have a great laugh during. We talk some shit. We take the piss out of each other. You two have little tiffs on Facebook, on our messenger chat, which are some of the greatest tiffs I've ever seen. Obviously, I sit there and throw stones at both of you and make you keep going
As you should.
as the puppeteer of the chat. But no, I wanted to thank you boys for getting involved. You know, you suggested it to me, which was great. And I was like, yeah, that makes sense. And I was having a beer with Brocky one night, probably a few too many beers. And I was like,
It was definitely one of
hey,
our
Brock,
sponsors.
why don't you fucking just jump on the NFL show with me and George and we'll do it. And I was like,
one of our local sponsors.
yep, didn't know how it was going to go. And it was fucking fantastic. I've had an absolute blast.
Lightning in
So
a bottle. I love
thank
it.
you,
Cheers,
boys.
boys.
Appreciate you.
Love you all.
Is that it?
That's it.
Yes.
See you guys in a
That's it
couple
for
of
now.
weeks.
We'll see you guys in a couple of weeks. Peace.
Shout out, boys.
Yo, welcome to the show. Gather round, listen close. We got George, Brock, and Jay, bringing you the most NFL podcast. It's about to go